Okay, so welcome. This is my video on my NHL 21 impressions, some things that I noticed about the game, some new things, some worrying things coming from NHL 20 to 21 as far as the technical beta is concerned. I won't be showing any footage because this video will probably get taken down and EA could probably ban my account because they know which gamer tag the footage is under. Instead of having your name the bottom right or something in order to prevent people from just cropping it out or whatever, they have it like appear all over the screen. They move it every few seconds, which is really annoying as far as your peripheral vision goes for the beta, but it's a pretty smart tactic to, prevent people from recording and uploading footage, I guess. I don't know. So you get to look at my face and you get to look at NHL 20 footage, so enjoy. So for the World of Chell updates, as far as like character creation goes, there isn't really a whole lot that's changed. There's a few new things that are really neat. Most noticeably is there's a behavior tab now alongside details and appearance and pro and casual and presentation. There's a behavior tab. Now this is where your shot style goes, but in addition to your regular slap shot style, you now have a one-timer style that you can choose like type 1 through 20. Now you have skating styles. So you can edit like everything down to like little angles and attributes like how much your spine curves or how much you pick up your feet during your strides. There's a lot of interesting attributes there that can really help you personalize your type of skating. There's no real competitive advantage to it, but it's really neat to look at and really neat to customize your character the exact way that you want him to be. The whole menu system for this is also really unchanged, like as far as the background goes and everything. There's like the little orange smoke in the background that's turned to gray because the whole color scheme of the game is now like black and green and some sort of vaporwavy red. It's kind of going in the same like visual style as UFC 4 that was released earlier in August. It's interesting, but it's kind of weirdly not fitting for NHL in my opinion. But everything loads really fast, which I know that the segue, I don't know where it was, as far as the menu options and like customizing your character and everything loads really fast, which is really nice. It's just a little thing that I noticed from 20 to 21. Loadouts, everything's mostly the same. There's no new player types. There might be new traits or renamed traits, but frankly, I don't like the traits that are there or that I've unlocked so far because they barely improve your character and they subtract a lot of stats from certain stats. What I mean is, you might get a +2 to wrist shot accuracy, but then you get minus like 20 in face-offs. Of course, it's not that much, but it's something drastic like that where it's just absolutely disproportionate. And it's honestly, I don't have any perks on my guy at the moment because it just stinks. One nice thing about editing loadouts is that when you're editing a loadout, you can press Y to go into 1v1 free skate with them. So now you can finally practice with your Ishul character. Now, of course, you can practice with your Ishul club now, as mentioned by EA Sports. With, the advertisements, they said, oh, well, we're adding practice mode now for your Ishul club, but here is where you can practice by yourself. So that's really nice. Goalie Creation is literally unchanged. I don't think there's anything new added whatsoever. And the free skate for goalie is just a 1-on-1, so you can't really edit it to be like a 5-on-0 or a 5-on-2 or a 2-on-2 or whatever like you can in the goalie practice in the offline practice mode in NHL 20. In World of Chell, there's now competitive ranks, much like Overwatch or Rocket League. There's like bronze 3-2-1, silver 3-2-1, gold 3-2-1, etc. Instead of CR, they have RP, and it's weirdly high. I'm only in silver 1 because I completely butchered my drop-in games. And, with your rank, it's in 1s, 3s, and drop-in. And for drop-in, I got silver 1, and for some reason my RP was like 20,000. I don't understand why they didn't just like keep CR but then just slap those ranking labels on them. I don't see why that was an issue, but apparently they wanted to change it, so that's what they're doing. Cool, I guess. All the menus are kind of better placed. You have Pro-Am as its own selection. You have multiplayer, which brings you into another menu that has 1s, 3s, and 3v3 or 6v6 drop-in for Ishul. And then you have clubs as its own separate thing. And it just moves a lot quicker. Everything loads a lot faster, as I mentioned, too. So getting to the right mode quickly, you have to go through less menus, which is just better overall. I think that's very good. The gameplay itself, it's kind of really the only difference that you can, notice. from the music being kind of the same because they don't have the soundtrack out yet, so it's just the in-house music that they've produced that's playing in the background, or the commentary with James Savolsky and Ray Ferraro, no Eddie Olczyk or Doc Emmerich. Still, I don't mind James Savolsky that much, but I kind of miss the authenticity. There's no proper goal songs, and from the graphics standpoint, everything kind of looks the same. I think they edited the lighting engine just a little bit. I don't really know if that's true, but I think it looks just a little bit nicer, but it's very minute at best. And so the only difference that you can really feel is in the controls, and that's just because they added a few new deeks, a few new movement options. As for, self passing off the boards, doing the behind the back and off the boards pass to yourself behind the net, the lacrosse goal, which I still haven't been able to do, and I hear it's very, very, very difficult for everyone else to do too. I think only a handful of people have done it, so don't worry about it being abused because no one knows how to do it. And the fake, the fake deke that you just let trail into the goal, it works sometimes, but most of the time I haven't really seen these new additions be used by anyone in a competitive sense in any of the game modes that I played. It's nice to have, but I went back to NHL 20 shortly thereafter. I played NHL 21 all day, and quite frankly, I didn't really feel that much difference. Maybe from a pacing standpoint, it felt a little bit different, a little tuned differently, but we'll see how it comes when the beta goes into full release mode. I mean, and from here, it's kind of feature complete. Of course, we don't get to see Be a Pro or any changes to franchise mode or anything like that. But as far as the online modes go, it's more or less the same as NHL 20, which can be a little disappointing as per, every EA Sports franchise goes. That's just kind of how it is. They didn't want to do a full reset like NHL 15 for this year going onto the new consoles. They still wanted to give us something that was decent, especially, with all that's happened this year. And so they obviously can't afford to spend as much money as, say, FIFA or Madden, which also didn't really change that much. So it's what we get. I think it's an improvement. It's definitely not a downgrade. I think the overall stability of online modes is better too. So at least it won't be as frustrating to play as maybe 20 was. There's still tripping issues. There's still guys that can get the puck from behind you. There's still mishaps like that. I don't know. I think it's fine, but I know a lot of people are going to be upset going from 20 to 21 because it literally is just like a smaller upgrade in my opinion. And I'm still going to get it, but I wouldn't be expecting too much. There's only so many changes. It's at least from NHL 18 to 19 there was a number of changes in terms of game mode. From 19 to 20 maybe a little less, but the overall, visual style changed, and there was a few new added arenas and stuff. Here, there's no new added arenas. There's no goal songs anymore. There's not a lot of content added or any game modes added. I think they're pooling all their resources maybe into Be a Pro and whatever changes they made to the overall gameplay. But other than that, World of Chell is relatively unchanged. So that's kind of my opinion, my impressions from the technical demo. EA said that this is probably going to be a little bit further behind than other technical demos and betas in the past, because it's still a month and a half away from releasing, but still it is technically supposed to be feature complete as a beta, and so I don't really see much more content being added unless it's more of the Pro-Am stuff that was added with Snoop Dogg and holiday stuff and hockey bag stuff. I don't think they're going to add that much content after the fact. I could be wrong, but I don't see much change happening. So this is kind of what you get, and that's just how it's going to be. So let me know if you have any questions about the technical beta. I'll try to answer them. If you have any questions, I'll answer them in the comments. But other than that, hope you've enjoyed my face, and I'll see you next time, maybe for a different video related to NHL, or whatever else I feel like ranting about at 12:10 a.m. on a Thursday night. I don't know. See ya.